let's set up our project. I'm going to go to File, Set Project, browse using this locations section here. Scroll down. Wherever you put this folder in your directory, and just going to double click into it and click Accept. When we're in this object view, I'm going to hit Tab, and we're going to drop down a geometry SOP or geometry node. We're going to import the palm tree first of all, so I'll rename that to palm. Keep everything lowercase. We'll drop down a file SOP, which will be used to import our OBJ. And usually what I do is that I'd use these relative paths. But seeing as though our digital asset library is always going to be in one place within a certain directory, it's fine to use an absolute path. So let's browse for the palm tree. Palm, OBJ. Let's import the main one first. And currently our tree is massive because SpeedTree works in feet and Houdini works in meters. So what we can do to test the height out is I'll drop down a test Tommy. Where are you, Tommy? There you are. We'll move him out. I'm middle mouse clicking to bring up these sliders here, and I'm just going to slide him outwards. So currently you can see our tree is pretty huge there. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to type in here feet to meters. And so 1 foot is 0.3048 meters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the palm tree. We're going to drop down a transform SOP to scale this palm tree down. And I'm going to scale it down by 0.3048. And there you go, we've got the correct size. And this is probably the best way to handle units and scale going from SpeedTree to Houdini. And this also applies to every other program more or less. And if you're working in Maya, for example, then you could do, you could do feet to centimeters, whatever. Okay, so back inside the palm tree, I'll drop down. Actually, we'll copy and paste these. That'll be a little bit faster. We'll load in the fronds in here. And we'll drop down a merge SOP. Let's grab both of these transform SOPs, take the bottom output and plug it into the merge. Let's view from the merge. So now we've got our fronds and our trunk. To be a little bit more efficient, we will copy this parameter here, the uniform scale, and we'll go over to the transform 2. And right now these aren't linked. So if I move this up, then this is moving sort of independently from the main bark. So if we want them linked, we just copy this parameter here, and we're going to paste a relative reference in here. So now if I change this uniform scale, here they both get updated. And I can left click on the uniform scale to see the output. Just put that back to the correct size. I think what I'll do now is I'll save as, and we'll just go and we'll save this via the $job relative path. Scenes, create a new folder called Houdini, and I'm going to rename this to tree library _v001, and this is where we're going to do all of our shading before it goes over into our main scene.